Happy Halloween! Today I'm going to be reacting to the Cinema Snob's review of Halloween from 2018. I saw this movie in the theater about a year ago, did a whole vlog review on it, and it's been a while, haven't seen it since that day in the theater, but I remember I enjoyed it a lot. There were a few problems here and there, but overall it was a fun, kick-ass Halloween movie, and Jamie Lee Curtis was awesome as always. Real curious to see what the Snob has to say about this latest reboot, because it's a miracle this franchise has gone on as long as it has and has continued to find success.
Guess this new set works. Chair, posters,
Halloween 3.
Too low lighting. Alright, I'll allow it. Especially because it is Halloween season, which means we should definitely watch something Halloween related. I've already done an episode on Halloween, so maybe I could do Halloween. Wait, I've already done Halloween as well.
Yep.
But there is Halloween, so maybe I should watch Halloween. Hang on, I'm already confused. It's time that I consult the Choose Your Own Adventure Halloween chart. It's right next to my Choose Your Own Gutenberg chart. Let's see, Halloween is a classic. Do I want more of this? Most of these roads I've already taken, but I've never answered no before. I'll get to that some other time. I'm gonna be 40 in a couple of years. Might as well take the 40 years later route. The 2018 sequel, Halloween, which ignores all of the other movies past part 1, is not only a return of Michael Myers, although not the other return of Michael Myers, or that return of Michael Myers, but it is also the return of Jamie Lee Curtis as Laurie Strode. No, not that return of Jamie Lee Curtis as Laurie Strode. She is still living in fear and paranoia because of the events in 1978, which is having an effect on her kid. So, not only is this a sequel, but it's also a remake of H2O.
Yeah,
Oh boy,
pretty much.
I've got high hopes for this one, H4O. Maybe I should have high hopes here. After all, it's the return of good reviews for a Halloween film. That means when we reference David Gordon Green, we have to mention the good movies that he did. If the movie turned out bad, we'd only be allowed to reference The Sitter and Your Highness. Especially seeing how Danny McBride co-wrote the script.
Yeah.
Just like that time we all discovered Steve Martin's Nail Gun Massacre fanfiction. We're in safe hands here with producer Jason Blum. He could produce 5 Halloween sequels for the cost of 1 Halloween Resurrection. Though I am a little surprised that this is the first of the series to contain roughhousing. Michael has been institutionalized in Smith's Grove ever since he was shot off the balcony, and then found trying to buy Band-Aids at a National. I haven't seen Dr. Sartain here use a series of 4-letter words to describe making love to an eye socket, so this must not be Rob Zombie's Smith's Grove. Michael is being interviewed by journalist Doctor Who and his latest companion. Dr. Sartain, meanwhile, was a student of Dr. Loomis and a successful clone of Ray Cherbagia. I'm assuming that Dr. Loomis chose him because his name sounds a little like Dr. Sam Hain. What? That's how Loomis pronounced it. But we gotta be careful when visiting this nut house.
Perhaps you'd like to tie your left shoelace? Mr. Tomoli here, the gentleman with the umbrella.
Look, he's gonna tie your laces around his balls and open the umbrella in his own ass. We can't stop him. Here's where they play checkers with the patients and dump chili on them when they're out. They love it here. These two must be from Let's Screw with Mass Murderers magazine. Oh, dang. Careful, you're causing the other patients to shit diarrhea out their dick and semen out their ear. Luckily, the movie got back the original shape, Kane Hodder. I'm just kidding. It's Robert Englund.
Hello, Nick.
Say something! I see nothing bad coming of this.
Who thought that was a good idea?
Opening credits were pretty iconic, but no one likes opening credits anymore, so let's do them really fast. Hey, if Michael can be resurrected a dozen times, so can the damn pumpkin. Well, that was a great interview. We only got a half pound of feces thrown at us this time. I'm sure they're great at their job. No one has the heart to tell him he's talking into a taser. We'll get Michael to talk. Let's
Yeah, it does kind of look like
a
one.
Nick Castle autograph.
Yes.
Hello. We're looking for Laurie Strode.
Oh, oops, I was way wrong. Laurie, thank God we've searched through 3 different timelines and we finally found you alive. Now they're interviewing Laurie, but it's really embarrassing when he accidentally brought his Sarah Connor notes. Whatever it is they write for sounds lame.
We like to re-examine incidents with an unbiased lens.
Boo! Tell us why Michael was secretly a Nazi. Oh, I get it. It's Exposition magazine.
2 failed marriages, rocky relationship with your daughter and granddaughter.
Wait a minute. This movie is my dream come true. If part 2 doesn't exist in this timeline, that means that not only is Ben Tramer still alive, but he was once married to Laurie. Granted, they don't actually say Ben Tramer by name, but it was totally him. The other husband was probably this guy, or Bud.
Yeah.
I guess I just fuck up all the time.
Yeah, you effed up your marriage, bro. Ben Tramer was a way better husband to Laurie. They're asking some really invasive questions, especially about her daughter who was taken away. Plus, they antagonize her by holding up a model of the semi-truck from Road Games. And here's Laurie's daughter, Karen, and her husband, The Wiz. Gotta say, it is nice for this series to finally be treated with some respect after all these decades.
Oh, mother! Oh, man. I got peanut butter on my peanut.
Yeah, I hate this character.
Aside from that line, I'm sure they give Allison here great Halloween dance advice.
They're all nice guys until they get you pregnant, and then you gotta drive in their pickup trucks, and you clean their guns, and you...
Your prom date was a gun, wasn't it, Dad? Allison has great friends in Vicky and hipster Paul Bunyan. We also find out that since part 2 doesn't exist, Michael is not Laurie's sister, but he is second cousin to Bob. Maybe this guy will be 2018 Bob.
There's a lot worse stuff that's happening today, and I mean, what, a couple people getting killed by one guy with a knife is not that big of a deal.
I bet he lives. Get to school, the streets are unsafe.
Happy Halloween!
Ugh, never mind. No wonder Michael went insane. He's the most normal one in Haddonfield. Don't even get me started on creepy nice guy Oscar, the Siamese twin of Foggy. Just get the clowns.
Yeah, he does kind of look like Foggy.
He said fate took a different course.
40 years later, and they're still teaching the same lesson. And holy shit, Laurie is Michael Myers. Somewhere
Sure
Nancy's
she's not his
wanting
sister?
dreams of someone in a 2018 Springwood high class. Someone's looking for a detention.
All this hiding, all this preparation, it was for nothing. It took priority over your family. It cost you your family.
Look, the other sequels don't exist. We've got 40 years worth of exposition to catch up on. Grandma has to get back to her toys. She's playing with her son-in-law's prom dates. We hear a little from Dr. Loomis demanding Michael be terminated before he kills McMurphy and escapes with a water fountain. Or before the hospital transfers him. Yeah, seems like a good idea. If he escapes the bus, I'm sure the other patients can handle it. Meanwhile, at dinner, they confront Allison because her boyfriend looks like Joel Osteen bred by the Mickey Mouse Club. Focus, Dad.
You have a jalopy filled with bullet holes from the G-Man. I wish we had one of those. It was in Laughlin, like a model.
Did you talk to your grandmother?
Sorry, I decided to change the subject before Dad rubbed the complimentary jellies on his nipples. But speak of the boogeyman, Laurie needs a good stiff drink since Toby Huss is going to continue this dinner as Cotton Hill. Laurie needs to pull it together. Judy Greer lost her other kids in Jurassic World and she's fine. No, don't leave. You haven't given us the chance to say, that went well. Karen's childhood doesn't seem so bad.
I learned how to shoot a gun when I was 8.
Now she's able
That sounds
to protect
awesome.
Allison from Oscar. Ish, after learning all of this, H2O kid needs to stop freaking complaining. And what movie am I in now?
I enjoy it, but I'm missing dance class for this. And sometimes I'd rather do that than
I
want to.
mean, is dance class that important to you?
The hell, I finished Musical March in September last week. Are you telling me that there's another High School Musical? Michael had to escape so he could find the real killer, a one-armed slasher movie villain. Yes, your dad is dead, but surely Michael isn't gonna kill a kid.
Well, to be fair, this kid was really
Here
stupid.
this movie show that nothing is off limits. Clearly,
This movie
slasher film
got real
is too
ballsy.
much for my delicate sensibilities, and that is the movie's fault and not my own. Go back to killing a dog like in the first one. This may not be in the universe of Halloween 2, but it is in the universe of the fourth kind. Gotta find some way to blame this on Abby. I think I understand now. This is the alternate timeline where Biff traveled back in time to put locks on the Haddonfield Hospital doors. Now I am all caught up. Continue. Whoa. When are we gonna get to Thanksgiving? Alright, the reporters. Ask the cemetery worker to please, for the love of God, finish the story about Charlie Bowles. No time for exposition about movies that do still exist. We gotta get to this rest stop bathroom, because if we're gonna remake anything from H2O, better this than this.
Tumultuous, round, melon breasts.
Round melon.
Sherlock is having a great day. He got the interviews he needed, plus free gas, and he doesn't have to share credit on his article anymore. Plus, the paper's gonna have a very tasteful in memoriam about him. Now maybe the costume department will speed up its job. Boo! Where's the Halloween 4 Simon Le Bon mask? With Michael having escaped, Lori needs to prepare her family.
Gotcha. Jesus, you're dead.
You scared me.
Plus, she gets a head start
Good.
on April Fool's Day. I see no danger here.
Hey, Lori, this is my home and I can take care of my own family, all right? I know jujitsu.
The bus crashed.
I studied.
What?
See, Dad will protect them with his deadly comic relief. No one needs to be prepared for dangers in the world.
The world is not a dark and evil place. It is full of love and understanding, and I'm not letting your psychotic
Shut the fuck
This needs
up.
crazy Ralph to tell us future generations are doomed. I guess Officer Hawkins was there in the 1978 massacre. I'm too lazy to go through footage, because then I would miss the best scene in the movie. It's a series of long takes where Michael bashes people in the head for not watching either Night of the Living Dead or The Thing. This is a sequel which feels the most like Halloween since, well, Halloween. It's a welcome return to very ambitious filmmaking, though I question Michael's first order of business in taking out anyone wearing a Stranger Things costume. Looking at you, Oscar. This movie is too dangerous, though. It's going to inspire people who already like to creep between people's houses. Best go to the dance. The theme is It's the Great Pumpkin on Ecstasy, Charlie Brown. But no matter what the timeline is, it does suck being a babysitter in this town.
Hi.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I wish that you were here. It is so much fun. God, I wish I was there. I'm so fucking bummed.
Yeah, you better stay hidden. All this warp time has something to do with you being in Project Almanac. Stay in and keep this kid from danger.
Are you talking about smoking weed? Don't lie to me. That's against the rules. I'm telling my mom.
Well, I'm gonna tell your mom about your browser history.
You better not.
Oh, sorry. They're doing a bit. We'll be back in a moment.
No Halloween commercial theme.
To commemorate our move to the Windy City, pick up our limited edition Saul t-shirt to tell the world that you would rather just wear a shirt of Saul than go see Saul in the hospital.
Looks like a nice shirt.
No Saul is
Wonder whether they're gonna do
now at Zazzle.com/.
Independence Day or the Strokemon shirts.
Good, we're back to the party, which means drinks! Allison is very frustrated because no one gets her Malcolm McDowell Oh Lucky Man costume. Plus her boyfriend is an idiot who's cheating on her at the party that both of them are at. Honey, I can explain! I thought I was making out with a real tiger! I can make this right.
Your fucking precious phone?
What an asshole.
Great, given he's not in the movie anymore after this. This may be the biggest idiot to ever live in a slasher film.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't kill him off.
Though, no one else is called dibs on Rule 34 Tuffy. Everyone makes look good by comparison, and he's dressed as Bubba from Dark Knight of the Scarecrow. Because Vicky has a thing for banging the simple folk. They're gonna be the Bob and Linda of the movie.
Yeah, it's probably just Jillian taking a dump.
Only if they made Linda's totally dialogue look like totally Shakespeare. Unfortunately, there's a death scene lurking around the house.
Shut up, Dave! I heard him breathing, and then I saw him. He's in here. Boogeyman's in this house.
Okay, alright, come on, I got you. Let's check it out.
Send Dave first.
Okay, well, I'll just wait for you to finish your second bit. My balls are killing me over here. I don't know who's gonna get killed first, Vicky or Dave for breaking into Dan Connor's garage. Just kidding, it'll definitely be Vicky.
Oh, shit!
Oh shit is right, it's Michael's coming out party! This kid is the smartest one in the movie for getting the hell out of there. But between this and, oh shit, what tone do you want here? Not that that matters anyway. These silver shamrock masks are telling me that regardless
Yeah, they do
of
like
what's
the silver
happening
shamrock
here,
masks.
all of the kids are gonna die during the big giveaway at 9. And I distinctly remember not taking this route on the Choose Your Own Adventure. Oh, who needs Sheriff Will Patton when we can have Lori make the citizen's arrest? Great, we got a good Halloween movie, and yet we're still cursed with 7 years of bad sequels. Oh, and that guy died. I think Lori should be the real sheriff. She knows all of these characters' deals.
Like Michael's doctor, Ranbir Sartain.
You're the new Loomis.
Nope.
Okay, well, you want to get that literal and semi-meta? Sure.
He's not on the
This
same
actor's
level as
getting bumped.
Loomis.
Did you know our friend Hawkins here was the first responding deputy when Michael was apprehended in 1978?
We're over halfway through and you're not done with the exposition yet? Oh, right, the trailer moment.
Did I pray every night that he would escape?
Well, that was a dumb thing to pray for.
Yeah, it kinda was. Several more people are dead. You could've just prayed for him to stay in the hospital and not be transferred. Someone help Alice.
You're the coolest, you're the prettiest, and you're the nicest girl in school. And if anyone doesn't appreciate that, they're a crazy person.
Smooth as the face on Michael's dirty mask. Perhaps, maybe you should finish monologuing. You are no Loomis.
Is he on a random path, or is he emotionally driven, triggered by something? Perhaps some unheard marching order imprinted on his very being.
So, minored in drama, did we, Doctor? Yeah, Allison will be fine so long as she's got some mace.
You deserve better, right?
Fuck!
Sorry, Oscar. Cheating boyfriend who makes out with sexy tigers is more appealing.
Allison, I'm like really drunk right now. Seriously, I got really horny at the party and...
I've met like a dozen people like that, and all of them make hanging out at this table way more tolerable and less creepy. So long, realistic ducky. So much for crying himself to sleep while watching Last American Virgin. Again, she's gonna be fine. Michael is not interested in laying a kiss on her. See, these people will be safe regardless of Dad not realizing that this is not the time for his Satan and a pirate walk into a bar joke. While it's
It'd be a
true,
perfect,
most of these
I
are
told you
paintball
so
guns,
moment.
The glow-in-the-dark paint will make it much easier to see Michael, or they could just spot him anyway.
Look! It's him!
Here we go.
Oh, that's Ben Tramer's grandson. You're about to make the same mistake again. Phew, the younger generations of Tramers are safe.
Step on.
Yeah, this part.
Dr. Sartain is evil? I did not see that coming. He appears to have some kind of crazy obsession with Michael, like a deadlier Dr. Loomis. I can't wait to see where they go with this. Oh, well, guess they didn't make it very far down that road. That was as necessary of a detour as kinda start over. And don't even get me started on the small talk. I'm not sure this movie should be an hour and 45 minutes.
Now, a banh mi sandwich. Banh mi is essentially just
Vietnamese version of a French baguette.
And the term actually refers to the...
Thanks, deputies Jules and Vincent. Although Officer Richards is played by an actual homicide and human trafficking detective. Sure, anyone can shoot mannequins and joke about peanut butter on your dick, but this dude's a hero. Well, that's just great. Officer Charlie Benton lives, but this dick is alive. This is all just an elaborate setup to prove to Karen that her husband was too dumb to marry. Now this 40 years of training will pay off. Damn it. Probably should have seen that coming. That's okay. I've seen him grow 2 eyes back. Fingers will be nothing. It took an extra 20 years to realize that defeating Michael in a booby-trapped house will be much easier than fighting him at a boarding school, regardless of Batman being there. I don't really know if you needed 40 years of training. You probably could have just dropped a net on him or something. Or dig a hole in the yard and put a carpet with a kid's clown mask over it. Oh, right, the granddaughter. The good news is that Michael is nowhere nearby. The bad news is that you're in Leatherface's backyard. Lord, I must point out that Laurie has massacred more mannequins than Joe Spinell in Maniac. Michael is just avenging the memory of his mother, who was a Macy's department store manager. Falling off the balcony hurts, doesn't it? Try it with 6 bullets in you. Now get the hell down there, even though you are in no danger of dying. Sure, it may look like Michael has found them, but really, he dropped his keys under the table. It's just a coincidence Karen and Allison happened to be down there. Laurie taught her well. A good shot to the face will do wonders on killers.
Happy Halloween, Michael.
It's been years since Michael was defeated by good cinematography. Laurie has come a long way since leaving knives next to Michael's seemingly unconscious head, but without Loomis here to light a lighter himself, she's got to figure out some way to set him on fire.
Really?
Nice. In memory of Laurie's dead son-in-law. Now let's get the hell out of here before Grandma decapitates a paramedic. So much fire. I bet he's dead and that there will be no sequel and the family can live in peace. But holy shit, she was Jamie Lloyd this whole time! Well, that movie was great! Simply because it was better than most of the other sequels, which overall makes it pretty good. It's got 4-star cinematography, and 4-star Laurie versus Michael, and 0-star trick-or-treat, motherfucker. That's a compliment, by the way. Although...
Oh, man. I got peanut butter on my penis.
But it does have 2-star one-liners. That's not a good thing. But the movie was not only a big hit with critics, it also made a hell of a profit at the box office, meaning we'll see a lot more Halloween Kills in the future. No, seriously, the next sequel is literally called Halloween Kills. It's preparing us for Halloween Kills again in space. Now, excuse me, I got a kitchen next to my set now. See, I can have Halloween candy anytime that I want now. Oh boy, I'm so hungry.
Is that a jar of Ray Liotta?
Okay. Go away now. I'm gonna rub peanut butter on my dick.
You are so getting dry fucked tonight.
That was a overall fun review of a actually pretty decent Halloween sequel. The final joke with the kitchen, that was a weird note to go out on, but it's enjoyable, and yeah, I agree for the most part. Great cinematography and well done sequences. The husband and the boyfriend character were really annoying, and at least the husband character died. And my own minor flaws that I have with Halloween 2018 are, I fucking hated Judy Greer's character. Like, Laurie, her granddaughter, were pretty awesome, but Judy Greer's character, she was just annoying, complaining, unlikable throughout the whole film. And she did have that one awesome moment where she shot Michael, but one moment of badassery, as I think I said in my vlog last year, does not make up for a whole film of bitchiness. Just, I didn't like her character, and I think she should have died at the end, maybe protecting her kid. That would have made me maybe like her a little at the end. And also, the doctor suddenly becoming evil and killing the sheriff, that was really out of nowhere. And yeah, it didn't really amount to anything, but his death, where he gets his head crushed, was fucking awesome. And Jamie Lee Curtis, she is my favorite actress, and it was awesome to see her come back to the Halloween franchise. I will say that this franchise is a little hard to really have an opinion on outside of the first film because it's been rebooted so many times, they've erased the previous film so many times that, I don't know, even though the 2018 movie was pretty good, this franchise overall just feels like a mess. The word clusterfuck is the first thing that comes to mind when it comes to the Halloween sequels. And yeah, as Brett pointed out, it's interesting that they kinda remade the bathroom scene from H2O, but way more brutal. And it was pretty cool that they got Nick Castle to come back, if only for the shots where we see Michael from the back as an old man. Just that's a nice touch, very awesome. And so that I don't just keep repeating everything I said in my vlog from last year, I'll wrap this up by saying about the review. Brad, he always has a pretty good, well-written pace, and his delivery is always pretty funny, pretty relaxing, and he's on a new set now after moving from Springfield to Chicago, hence the plug for the Fuck Soul shirt. And I think this might actually be the nicest looking set the Cinema Snob has ever had. I don't know if it's the wall, but the lighting is surprisingly pretty good on this new set. I don't know, maybe it's meant to represent the new chapter in the Cinema Snob's saga. And what can you say, but not a 100% perfect sequel. I'm a little mixed on certain aspects, but overall, pretty decent. Good follow-up. It's cool that they got so many of the original players to come back. Jamie Lee, John Carpenter. And until the sequel comes out, this will be the last Michael Myers Halloween review I think we'll get for a while from the Cinema Snob. Not sure this franchise needed another sequel. They could have just wrapped things up for good here with this one, but curious to see what they do next. Don't know if they'll get as lucky the second or technically sixth time around, but we'll see. And hope I didn't ramble on too much, and once again, happy Halloween.